My brother taught me a very good rule. Do not hire anybody you cannot fire. If it's your cousin brother, you can hire him, but then you will never have the audacity to fire him. 5th of every month is a salary date. I have made profit, I have not made profit. 5th is a salary date. Other companies don't follow this. Each and every free zone has its pros and cons. Mainland free zone has a lot of difference. So that's where we play a major role. Now, because I already have good 8 years of experience in business setup and in licensing and in visa, I have so much of experience that I can share with you. So whenever a client comes to me, I first let them talk. I let them talk what exactly you require. And when I say you require, in 1 year, so when you take your license to 1 year, in future I want to become billionaire, everything is possible. But I am having a discussion with you for 1 year.
So is your husband also part of your company right now, or is he running on his own?
Though he did not like it, he does not have an option. So yes, in Enrich Ventures, I take care of the sales.
Right.
I head the business development, sales, customer meetings, bringing in clients, attending networking events, attending podcasts, or everything is done by me because I'm an extrovert, and my husband is the right opposite. He's an introvert, and he takes care of the office. So attendance, people coming in, not coming in, late, office. So he's, that punctual guy. 9 o'clock sharp check-in means 9 o'clock check-in. 6 o'clock office is over, 6 o'clock office is over. He will pack his bag. So he's still like that. So I don't have to worry about the office. I can be outside the whole day and not worry of the office because he's there to take care.
He's
And-
running the operations.
Exactly. And he's the operations head because that's what he was doing in the previous company as well, which also helped us indirectly. Where I bring in the client, he does all the documentation, he does the WhatsApp group, email group, everything. He gets the project completed, hands it over to the clients.
Brilliant.
So that's how we are a team right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't
You
easy in
know,
the beginning.
Yeah. And like your career as sales, right? Sales is so important for business, right?
Yes.
I mean, you can be a great chef and you can't run a business of, you can't open a restaurant. You have to be a salesman to run a business because the most important thing you need is business for business, right? What do you want? You want business. You need to go and bring business. And that was your specialty.
Yes.
When we look at your team now, you've got a team of 15 people, 14 people, right?
Yes.
And all like professionals in their own fields, and you have so many services that you provide.
Yes.
How was that hiring journey for you, picking up people, identifying with the limited funds,
Yes.
giving them salaries?
Yes, actually, it was one of the most difficult part actually to say,
Yeah.
because we are not born entrepreneurs, or our family is not an entrepreneurial background journey. We all are fresh entrepreneurs, and unfortunately, I don't have my dad. My dad was a businessman, but I lost him, so I don't have anyone to guide me. So it's just my brother, who's 1.5 years older to me, and my husband. So only two people who are like the gurus for me. So it was really difficult in the initial stage. What I thought, if I had people who are on my team, it could be my best friend, or it could be my cousin brother, or someone who belong to my personal space. If that I bring them to my commercial space, they'll be my people. So I always will have strong people. This is what I thought, and I did introduce my cousin brother in the company. I gave him a very big opportunity and good salary, visa, and everything. But then later I understood it really doesn't matter if he's your cousin or if he's an unknown person whom you've hired. It depends on their personal mindset, what they want from the company. If the person's mindset is, okay, he has a debt of X amount, he wants to clear the debt, he wants to go back to India, irrespective, even if he's your own brother, he will not stick around.
Yeah.
So that is what I got to know after experiencing, right? After bringing in people.
Yeah.
So then my brother taught me a very good rule. Do not hire anybody you cannot fire. If it's your cousin brother, you can hire him, but then you will never have the audacity to fire him.
Yeah.
Hire someone whom you can tell, this is what your target, and if you're not achieving your target, you will lose your job,
Yeah.
and stick to that rule.
Yeah.
It becomes easier. And then I also bought, I will not call her my very good friend. She's a very known person.
Okay.
And a lot of women use this, feminine thing where they say, I'm a single mother, I have 2 kids, I have a lot of responsibility, I need to give them education, I don't have anyone, please help. So me, helping women, I got into that trap. And I gave her an opportunity. I made her come in the office. I gave her a very good role again, good salary, everything. And then they again come with a purpose. All that she wanted was, the moment she came, she needed income. And I'm someone, 5th of every month is a salary date. I have made profit, I've not made profit. 5th is a salary date.
Mm.
Other companies don't follow this. Now, because I was someone who's had issues with it, I've bought this rule that
Yeah.
5th, everyone will get the salary.
Because you
So
know the value of that, right?
exactly.
You've heard so many months of not having salary.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you have to lie to your family because of that. And you also go into mental trauma. So that is something that I never let happen in my company. That can never happen in Enrich Ventures. So she made this, utilization of this, salary on time. And parallelly, she found another job and she left like this.
Oh.
She just left like that without thinking about me, the person who
Yeah.
gave the opportunity. So that's to answer your question.
Yeah.
Hiring the right people is really difficult. And I have now stopped bringing in people from my family or from people I know. So no more. Even if it is my own brother or my own sister, it's a no. It's going to be a straight no on the face. I will not allow them in the company.
Yeah.
And I'm going to hire. It really doesn't matter if they are experienced, they are having the master degree, or they are having graduate. It's about that person personally. Now in the interview, I don't ask them any experience related question.
Okay.
It's completely to know them. What's
Okay.
your background? Where are you from? How many siblings do you have? What is your goal? So
Hmm.
if I give you 20,000 dirhams tomorrow, what will you do?
Hmm.
2 months down the lane, you get a job for 5,000 dirhams, and I'm telling you it's okay to leave the company. What would you do?
Hmm.
What is your growth?
Hmm.
I purely talk about what they want as a person for this 2 years. And I limit myself only for 2 years. After 2 years, you find a better opportunity, I'm open for them to go.
Oh,
But
wow.
for this
Okay.
2 years,
Yeah.
because you're in a contract, give justice to me. That's all I see in employees this time.
Brilliant.
So it's again learning.
Yeah.
I learned it the hard way. But now this has made me strong. Enrich Ventures has just completed 2 years,
Yeah.
but it has taught me so much. Every day is a learning day in Enrich
Yeah.
Ventures. So I'm liking it.
Wow. I like what you said about, don't hire anyone that you can't fire. Right? This is brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very, very important. And also, don't make emotional decisions in your hiring. Don't hire someone to help someone. If you want to help someone, just like do charity, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You just brought out the words my brother told. You really want to do charity? There are a lot of places you can do charity.
Yeah.
Don't bring charity inside office. Office is money, it's business place. Keep it parallelly different. Office is where you make money, you bring money, you spend money, you make money. Don't do charity business in the office. And I learned it the hard way as well.
That's
But yeah, now I'm very clear, and I see in through the person when they come for interview now. So yeah.
Talking of learning, Pavithra, when you've seen like lots of in these 2 years, and even in your years before of working in the business setup environment, right? You must have seen a lot of companies or a lot of people coming to you saying, "Hey, I want to start a new business," right?
Mhm, mhm.
That's when people come to
Definitely.
Enrich Ventures, right? And they say that I want to start a new company. There are so many options of registering the company, right? Like the company registration. I mean, there are free zones, there are mainland, how many visas, 0 visas, 5 visas, 20 visas, whatever. And then there are also the kind of free zones, which free zone to go for JLT or Ajman or Sharjah or Shams, or there's so many options like that. How does one decide what's the right, or how do you guys help them decide the right kind of thing for them?
Yes. So just like you told, even you telling that looked so difficult. There are so many options, right? And if I have to choose one from this option, how difficult is it going to be? Definitely difficult, because each and every free zone has its pros and cons. Mainland free zone has a lot of difference. So that's where we play a major role. Now, because I already have good 8 years of experience in business setup and in licensing and in visa, I have so much of experience that I can share with you. So whenever a client comes to me, I first let them talk. I let them talk what exactly you require. And when I say you require, in 1 year. So when you take your license, to 1 year. In future, I want to become billionaire, everything is possible. But I am having a discussion with you for 1 year.
Okay.
Because based on your 1 year, I'm going to suggest you, because growth is there for everybody. People can start their companies with a free zone as low as, starting a license for 5,500, and later they can set up their own office, shift to a bigger place, and that time the licensing will change. So from today, you don't have to take a office and sit if you're not going to utilize it. So that's what I tell my clients. Will be like, I want visas, I want 5 visas. Okay, cool. Do you have the people for whom you're going to apply for visas? No. When do you need the 5 visas? In the course of the time of my business, I'm thinking, okay, what do you need this first year? I need visa only for myself. Finish. Then I give them options for that. Because right now, if I tell them, okay, for 5 visas, the cost is going to go high.
Yeah.
I might make a better profit. But in the longer run, this customer will not renew the license next year.
Yeah.
Then what have I made?
Absolutely.
A disaster. So that's what I do. I give very precise consultation. It's going to be very easy for them to understand, because I break down their requirements so easily that they are clear of what they want. If you see now, every third person is a business setup consultant. They all have learned selling the license. And that's what I don't do. I don't sell license. Because DD himself is open. He's sitting there. You can go purchase license from him. But they are not going to sit and give you consultation of other options, because they don't deal with free zone.
Exactly.
And I am here who's giving all the options. I will explain you need a mainland, or you need a free zone, or you need a freelance. There are freelance permits also. Exactly according to your requirement, I'm going to suggest something and also guide you for renewal. So today I will tell you, in 1 year course period of time, you have to renew your license. Right now, you need to do tax registration. 6 months, you have like a breather to decide whether you need to do VAT registration or not. So everything comes in one place.
Yeah.
So that's how simplified it is. But still, you want to do it the hard way, be my guest. You can do that. But if you want to get your confusion simplified, get everything in one place, be my guest. Come
Be
to
my
me.
guest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I like what you said. Like, for anyone, it's possible to go and do it themselves, right? Like DIY, what they say, do it yourself. And there are a lot of people who even like preach on social media reels and all, don't fall for the trap, and go and do it yourself. It's easy, go to the government website, this, that, and all. Yes, it is possible, but then you need to know what to do. There are so many options. The expertise, the right kind of guidance, that's what is important, right? And that's what Enrich provides in a way, right?
Exactly.
You spoke about tax, and you spoke about VAT and corporate tax, right? So is it mandatory for every business to register for VAT?
Yes, it is mandatory. But then there are criterias of when and where. Okay. So corporate tax and value added tax are two different things altogether. This is one point that people have not understood from the beginning itself. They feel VAT registration, yeah, I've done everything. But no. Corporate tax is separate. Value added tax, VAT, is separate. Value added tax is where every quarterly, if we are registered for value added tax, we need to collect the service, the value added tax from the customers and pay it back to the government. So it gets added onto the invoice, and there is a criteria for that. So if your company has made an income or is predicting of making an income, or has made an expense of 175,000 dirhams, then it's mandatory that you have to register for VAT, value added tax, right? You still have a breather of 6 months for that. So if you're a startup company, you still have 6 months, because sometimes startup companies don't make an income of 175,000 or an expense.
Yeah.
Because if you're saying, yes, I have an expense, you have to submit the proof of invoices showing that you have, made an expense of 175,000 for you to claim the 5% that you've paid back.
Oh. Okay.
And once you register, from that time, you will have to start charging service on your service charge. You start adding 5% and you claim it from the customer and you pay the whole amount back to the government. So every quarterly, this is a drill that happens. So this is value added tax, which is 5%.
Yeah.
Now, this is separate. Now, the one that is newly introduced is tax, corporate tax, where this I'm not collecting from the client. This goes from my profit. So this is where we have to maintain our books of accounts well. So every month, even if I'm a small business owner or a big business owner, I have to keep one rule in place: maintaining your books of accounts. Maintain your books of accounts while it's the time to file your corporate tax. Even if you don't have an accountant, you can outsource that project to an accountant who will combine all your papers and he will submit to the government. If your profit, your overall profit is more than 300,000, which means after deducting your expenses, everything, you've made a gross profit of you've made a final profit of 300,000. And if it is above that, then you pay 9% to the government. If it is below that, then government will exempt that. But this is a proper procedure that has to be followed. So this is what people don't understand. Now, VAT, you collect from the customer, you give it to the government. Corporate tax, you paid from your profit. Now, VAT, there is a gray area where you have time, eligibility, etc. But corporate tax, if you've incorporated your company today, you got your license today, I highly recommend tomorrow, please register for corporate tax, because registering corporate tax is mandatory for everybody. But you don't have to pay or start paying your 9% from tomorrow. That's not what government is saying. They give you a timeline. Everything is very beautifully scheduled. So if you are doing your tax registration now and if your license is registered this month, then your accountant who is going to do your corporate tax filing will tell you when your filing is due. And it's there on the government. So there's an FTA website where everything is mentioned in black and white. So if you want to read, you can read it yourself. And when it is time to file your corporate tax, you file your corporate tax and you get to know whether you need to pay or you don't have to pay. It's very simple. These are basic formulas. I'm also not finance savvy or tax savvy or account savvy. No, but I at least make sure I have my basics in place so that I know what is right and what is wrong. So it's not mandatory that if I'm an entrepreneur, I should be good at tax, I should be good at VAT, I should be good at accounts, I should be good at finance. No, not really. You keep your basics, right? Seek help. You don't have to be the Shaktiman of your company. Seek help, outsource your work and get it done. It's absolutely fine.
That's what I believe in. Like if you're, whatever business you're in, right? You run your business. There are other people who are expert in the other things, right? So just like, you can, you don't do everything yourself. If you get an injury, you're going to go to the doctor, right?
Exactly.
You have something, just go to the expert and get it done from those people. That's it. Just like if you're running a restaurant, run a restaurant, right? Don't worry about the corporate tax and VAT and everything. There are other people, there are businesses who will do that. But just at a very high level understanding, if I can, summarize, corporate tax, it is mandatory to register. You don't have to pay tax. In fact, I would say you should aim to pay tax, right?
That's a buttery way to say it, but
Goal should be make enough profit that you have to pay corporate tax. That, dream, work towards that day when you have to pay corporate tax. But otherwise, you're 375,000, 375, right? 375,000 or
300, 375. Like I told you, I'm also not, finance or tech savvy. Basics is what I know. It was what I've shared as well. But like you said, there are influencers who say DIY and all of that. Actually speaking, even these are the people who know nothing. They would have spoken to 4 to 5 consultants to get the idea, because it's so difficult if you have to do everything on your own, right? So what they do is they give their numbers to different consultants, speak to the consultants, get the idea. It's not just the influencers I'm talking about, not everyone. There are customers, there are people who do this. They will contact us, take the idea, take the gyan, take the experience, take the details, and they will do the same with 4-5 other people. And then they summarize and they think they know something. And now they don't need the consultant anymore. They will directly walk into the free zone or walk into the DED directly. But these are the people who will get the license. But after that, I have 50% of people who have got the license by themselves coming back to me for help.
What are the common mistakes that people do? Innocent mistakes
Mm-hmm.
that people
Mm-hmm.
just don't know. They're
Mm-hmm.
starting a new company, and what mistakes do they commit? What should they be aware of?
Okay. Actually, we can make a separate podcast of the mistakes because there are so many. Now that
Yeah.
I've been in this industry so much, people don't renew their licenses. They feel that it's not mandatory or they don't have any consequences. The major common mistake that people do is they listen to anyone and everyone. And they go telling everyone that I'm going to start a business, I'm going to start a business, what do you have to say about it? I'm going to start a business, what do you have to say? Now, everyone, when someone comes to you, they feel like, okay, now I have to give some gyan. And not always the gyan that people give you is accurate or has to be right. At the end, what happens is you are confused, so overwhelmed with the information that you have that you don't know what to do now. You are also I have had clients who were very confident when they met me, and then they went to their relatives saying that you're going to start businesses, and their relatives made them so negative that when I'm calling them, they're not even picking up the call. I'm like, what happened? And then I met them in an event, and they tried running off, and I went behind them, and I'm like, what happened? We had a really good talk.
Yeah.
You were ready, you were financially stable, you were almost there. All we had to do was start the application. What happened? And then they were like, no, we spoke with the relatives, and they were like, it's very risky to start business because taxes come up, VAT has come up, and I don't know nothing, and I just don't want to spend the money and waste it. Like, wow, congratulations. You have let your relatives successfully achieve what they wanted. They didn't want you to start a business, and they're successful in that. What about your dream? You have to just keep running like this. So that's where, stop listening to people. Listen to people who are running their business successfully. They will give you the right experience. People who themselves are already an employee from quite a long time, you listening to them for entrepreneur thing might not help you. So choose the right people for with whom you're going to take advice, right? And planning. For 2 years later, I'm going to start a business, I will start planning today. That is not a healthy way of planning.
Okay.
6 months to 1 year.
6 months to one.
Yeah, because that is a period where your whatever effort you're going to put will bring out colors. 2 years before you're planting something, and how long are you going to take? By the time the time is there, you've already given up on yourself.
Yeah.
Because it's already, अरे मैं तो 2 साल से plan कर रहा हूँ, right? But
And
try
also
from
the
6 to
world will
1 year.
change, right? Like, in over a period of 2 years, things change around us. So much.
A lot of things change, and in UAE, a lot of things change for good.
Yeah.
So yeah. So if we have to keep going on the mistakes that people do, I can just give you a full episode of it.
Talking of mistakes from another perspective now, like looking back at your journey, right? I mean, from the girl who came to Dubai, 21-year-old looking for a job, to the entrepreneur, from the employee to the employer that you've become, right? In this journey, okay, you must have like done some things right, some things wrong, you've learned and all that. Someone who's starting now, right? They want to start their own business in that beginning stage right now. What's your advice for them? What mistakes that you did that you want them to avoid?
Not give up. Because when 1 year crossed in Enrich Ventures and we had not seen much profits, I was very impulsive. I was like, I've put in everything that I had and I'm not able to recover anything.
Yeah.
Right. And then now I'm almost coming to second year. Right now we are only breaking even. We are just breaking even with everything. But if I turn back, I see the growth that Enrich Ventures has done. The number of clienteles we've opened, the number of people that we've helped, So it's not just the finance in a business. 2 years is a minimum time frame that we need to give in a business. It's your make it or break it period. The moment people start a business, they want to see, income, they want to see profits. 1 year, they're like, it's already 1 year, I'm not making any business, I don't think I can continue. They give up on the business, and, then they feel like, all this 1 year was a waste. I invested the money, it's gone to loss. No. 2 years, it's like asking your newborn baby to finish schooling. Yeah, it's not going to happen. It is going to take its time. And it is a nature circle also. You will have so much losses, you will have so much learning, you will have so much of experience. You will find customers who talk to be a big client, but then they are the people who have empty pockets. So only then in 2 years, when you look back, is when you will know that you have gained a lot actually. And after your second year is where you start making money, and that time it's good money.
Yeah.
and the valuation of your business. So people tend to give up. I have given up on my business a lot of times. I used to doubt myself. So
Yeah.
that time I had the right people next to me who used to motivate me, show me the real world, bring me back to actual. So surrounding your, your atmosphere with
Yeah.
also like minded people.
Yeah.
If you are thinking to become an entrepreneur and you're working with, and you're, sitting and having a chai with people who are working for 15 years, I don't think they will add value to your journey. But then you have two people who are also entrepreneur. When you're talking the good or the bad, they will tell you and share the good and bad that worked in their company as well.
Yeah.
So I've joined a platform called BNI. Like I told you, I don't have any, business guru on with me who's like guiding me and everything. But that place, looking at other 30 entrepreneurs who are experienced, who are new, I learned so much because I need learning. Continuous learning. Don't give up. Surround yourself with the like-minded people. Only then. If you're surrounding yourself with winners, even though you're not planning to win, they will push you to win. That's what I would
true.
say.
That company is very important, and you said you're a part of BNI. Now you're also a part of the BYOB community.
Okay.
So
Definitely.
like-minded entrepreneurs, we're a group like that, and this it's gonna be helpful. So Pavithra, for the people who are watching this, who can benefit from the services that Enrich Ventures provide, what's the best way to reach out to you? How do people contact you?
First of all, I would like to tell for what they can reach out to me. Like, it's not just restricted to license. License is the first and primary thing that we do, but we do all visas also. So we have purchased the system from the government, which is the typing systems and softwares needed. And we have two systems in house. So we do a lot of PRO works, visa works, Indian. If someone wants to get a dependent visa, they just email us the document and the visa is done. It's that convenient. You don't have to come sit for hours to get your visa done. It's just as easy as, getting it done online. Imagine you're getting your dependent visa done online, your employment visas done online, investor visas done online. So any resident related visas, we cater it ourselves. If you're looking for offices, if you're looking, for anything, warehouses, you can let us know. We will help you, facilitate the office as well. We can help you facilitate licensing, visas, tax registration, VAT registration, anything and everything to do with business related services.
Also bank opening account.
Bank account opening, anything.
Yeah.
It's start to finish. I've had customers who got their license from me and they were like, I don't know what logo to put, can you help me out? Okay, let's go on a coffee. And I help them, check what exactly is something that they want on their logo. And okay, I have a designer, I help the logo done, the website done. So anything. And it doesn't mean logo and websites I'm going to sit and do on my team. I collaborate with people. I collaborate with like-minded entrepreneurs who are also startup friendly, and I give them opportunities. So I connect someone who's an expert in that field for a startup, and it keeps continuing. So basically, when I get a pearl on the seashore, I try to hold the pearl on the seashore, because when I let the pearl go back in the sea, it's lost. The pearl remains a pearl, but I cannot go fetching it again, right? Yeah. So I try to hold it on the seashore as much as possible. I try to give it to the co-entrepreneurs and see how we can, cater to the customer and keep them happy. Yeah. And we are in service-related industry. 100% is not possible all the time. Sometimes knowingly or unknowingly, we had to let the pearl go. We have let a lot of pearls go as well. Yeah. But our main motto is to try and see how long we can hold them with us. So yeah, I have a lot of pearls that are with me in the last 2 years and going forward for more. And yes, they can also contact me on my telephone number, my WhatsApp, which is +971 505 123 653. They can call me, they can WhatsApp me. I'm on Instagram as Bisfluencer. They can DM me. I'm very active on Instagram, or they can email me. We can leave the email in the caption, and they can also email me directly as well.
Brilliant. So we'll leave the links to your Insta profile and your number in the description. Pavithra, one final question as we wind up here. How was your experience being on the Be Your Own Boss podcast?
Amazing, because like I told you, I also do a lot of podcasts, but it's always about the other person's journey, right?
Now it's about you.
Yeah, this time it's about me. And now looking back, it has been a roller coaster journey, and I also have so much to share. And thanks to TTE again, thanks to you, who's given me an amazing platform to share everything. And it was really nice. It's like I went for a 10 years back recap, and I've come back. So it's really nice. It's really nice. Thank you. Thanks to you. You created some beautiful questions out there where you brought the whole thing in a very nice sync. So I'm very happy. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure talking to you, knowing your story. Thanks for coming on the show, Pavithra.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that was Pavithra Celine Trinidad, the CEO and founder of Enrich Ventures Business Setup Services. And you've been watching and listening to Be Your Own Boss.